Hey, what's up?
All right, I'm just gonna get this going, I guess, right away. Hey, can you hear me? Just wait, I'm muted. Sorry, I'm muted in the server. One sec. All right, are you listening on your Twitch stream yet, Drew? Are you able to hear that? One sec. All right. Hey, Drew.
Yes, I'm here. I can see you on the stream.
Okay, can you hear me on the stream? Because I gotta mute myself in
I hear
Discord.
myself when I have the volume on my stream. I'm not hearing an echo now, but when I have my computer on listening to the stream, then I hear myself on it,
Okay.
than just through Discord.
Okay. If I mute, so you don't hear double audio then through the stream? Hey, Mandalorian, how's it going? Hey, do you hear a double audio at all if I leave the chat unmuted in Discord? That's one thing that, yeah, I can't really test till I'm live, I think. So it'd be kind of nice if I don't have to mute it. But yeah, no, that's great. Great to see you here.
I hear double audio if I have my YouTube turned on.
Okay.
I'm just talking through Discord here.
Drew is a little loud. Keep it down, Drew.
Okay.
Let's see if I don't think I can nicely adjust your audio unless I do my desktop audio. I can turn that down. I'll just turn it down a little bit. All right.
Is that audio any better for you there?
Home service dude, good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, I guess Wizard Oz couldn't make it, eh? Either way, I got my Zoom open for him if he does decide to pop in at some point.
Cool.
So yeah, just going through some crazy times right now. Moving houses. We did something crazy where we're selling and the in-laws are selling and we're all trying to live together. So we managed to find a place, but it's adding an extra 40 minutes to our commute. At least my commute, sorry, which is going to be like a 2-hour commute each way. We'll see how long that lasts.
How long is it scheduled to go?
Well, I mean, we're kind of slow right now, but yeah, we're probably going to be there for like another few years or something. So, I mean, I'll potentially be commuting for a couple years at least for the 2 hours each way. But
that's a long drive.
Yeah, but I mean, it might be worth it if the place is right. So,
yeah.
All right. What's new with you? And I guess I should say happy birthday, right? Happy birthday, Drew.
I guess that's
the thing to do.
I guess that's the popular thing to do now. Even got one from Shane on the vlog, which I still can't believe.
That was pretty funny.
It was cool.
Yeah, I like that. And it's Resin's actual birthday today, I think I saw, right?
It is, yes.
No, that's awesome. I wasn't sure if that was just if he was pulling a Drew thing or if that was actually his birthday, but
it is July 1st for him already over there in Australia, so it is.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Resin.
All right, happy actual birthday, Resin. So what were your initial thoughts on the layout of the way the vlogs and everything went out versus the releases?
They're really cool. I was surprised, I guess, in the last one, how much the transportation aspect, how complex it's going to be. Just by looking at it, it looks like it's going to be really complex when we're going to have to move stuff from, like, even all the terms and everything. I'm not completely for sure about, like, local storage and transporting everything. So it's going to be interesting how it all ends up.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. I haven't even put anything together as far as the vehicles go, but I mean, yeah, the fact that you have different capacities, different things you can haul with different vehicles, your acceleration. Smooches! Wow, good to see you. It's been a while. So happy to see you here. Yeah, commuting is awful. But yeah, that's more what it is about. It's for the kids as well, because it'll be more in like more. We're in a very beautiful kind of part of the world, and that section is, we're like a 15-minute walk from the lake, so it'll be quite nice. But yeah. But yeah, no, the vehicles are going to be quite interesting, and yeah, you almost have to specialize for sure in each section, because there's so much detail in each portion of the Ecosim that you're really going to have a hard time keeping up with every part. But
I was surprised too, like the just the complexity in the language that they talk about. I've watched it several times, and keeping track and trying to understand everything, how it's going to work, like the construction droids and just building blocks, and how all of it's actually going to work. I've actually tried to, since then, like kind of restructuring my profile, not completely, but definitely I think it's going to be beneficial to have multiple properties in close proximity as far as just like the transportation aspect.
Absolutely.
So,
and
I haven't for sure decided where my first will start building, but have a couple of ideas, and definitely it's going to be a place where I have multiple properties close by.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm e2tools.com from Griffin there. He added a KML file that you can download and open with Google Earth, and it automatically will have kind of where your resources are plotted on the world, so you can kind of go around and see where everything is in relation to each other. So that's
Cool. Yeah,
very useful.
I've checked that one out also, and then I know Pacey had Mysore on to talk about the Metamaxis. I think they have some of the same utility as far as tracking resources and everything too. So there's great things the community's putting out to help us with profile tracking and stuff.
Absolutely. We kind of need to rely on the community quite a bit, because I don't think Earth2 is going to be putting out everything that we want fast enough. So
yeah, I was really surprised. I have, by using that to look, I still have so many of like tier 1, especially with tiles that have no resources yet. So I don't know if I'm going to just have lots of wood and water or what.
yeah, I mean, we're going to have to start out with kind of the bare necessities of what we know we need to, I guess, keep our sycophants and our whatever civilization people to keep them alive and happy.
Yeah, that's another thing. They said they can, if they're not happy or whatever the language was, they can leave and go find somewhere else to take up residence.
They can be lured. So yeah,
lured away from you.
You'd have to find unhappy people to try lure. But
yeah,
I just want to say,
how's that going to work exactly?
Yeah, I just want to say hey to Spectrum in the chat as well, and
hey,
Mandalorian says other biological life form sounds interesting. Purpose and life support with ether. Yeah, I was like, that sounds kind of like they're going to be introducing, like the wild, like animals, right? Like pets or something as well. So
yeah, there's definitely things other than just like your avatar and everything. Other things you have to keep happy and alive.
If you don't feed your puppy enough ether, he might go find another owner, right?
That's very true. Yeah, currently I'm actually stocking up on my ether. I don't know when. I'll probably end up transforming it in the next few days, but just leading up to what I thought was going to be the July 1st deadline of the end of Q2, just in case they would have done something with you get a boosted transformation rate or something. I decided to stack up some ether, so I've got about 10K loaded, ready to transform.
Yeah, so I think I'm just over 2,000 because I just started that. I accidentally transformed it before when I was trying to stock it up, and I was like, oops, it's kind of easy to do. So, but yeah. Hey, Earth2 Greece, good to see you here. And Hippo, how's it going?
Oh, nice, got some people joining us here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pop over to my next screen here. I had a spot here for the Zoom, but looks like we're not going to be needing that.
I think it's tough with the time zones and everything. It is
2 a.m.
just
for
after 2
Wizard.
a.m. for Wizard Oz in Taiwan. So
Yeah, no, that's a bit crazy. I was pretty
fell asleep,
surprised
I suppose.
when he said he was going to be doing that.
Yeah,
But
he usually is up late. I talk to him quite often. That's one really cool thing too. When I first started this, I had no idea that I was going to become as involved as I have end up being with the community. Like,
yeah, you're very involved.
a lot, and yeah, lots of different servers, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I definitely don't really pop into the main Earth2 Discord a whole heck of a lot. Sometimes I'll pop in just to see what's going on, and yeah, I definitely see you and a bunch of the other people, the regulars chatting.
Oh yeah, we're there a lot.
No, it's good to see. So
yeah. All the speculation about what may be coming next. And
yeah, he was asking.
Of course, back.
How long
it's been a while, but
there.
the whole scam tuber stuff kept us pretty busy, and also it's good. Even just this morning for me, there was some new people popped in that didn't even know the very basics. So
yeah,
when people are there that are familiar and can answer questions, it's really cool. So I'm always they're happy to help the people that don't really know what's going on quite yet.
Totally, and that's kind of why it's nice to have at least try get a stream or something. Like, I mean, it'd be nice to have Pacey or somebody else cover the entire series at some point as well. So yeah, I figured I'd at least try get something there since I was
Pacey,
working on.
He's definitely the most consistent with providing the updates. And
absolutely.
I'd never miss one of his.
Shout out to Pacey.
Yes.
So
I think I saw too. He's trying to get Thomas as his next guest, which would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. And we know Thomas is okay in the spotlight, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna post this link in the chat here. So yeah, I recently joined with the Earth2 Economist team. Jolly Roger actually kind of introduced me to the team, and we managed to hit it off a bit. So I'm working with them on kind of getting some visual graphics together for the Ecosim elements. So yeah, he's very, very smart. Mandalorian's a very smart guy, and we can work together quite well.
You've already put together in this document with
I did put
requirements and the images with the construction resources and everything. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's on the website as well, but I did put together a PDF so I can click all these different images, and I'll go to that in a sec. So just wanted to show kind of where in the Earth2 Economist website it was just under Investors Library, Ecosim Elements. And then if you do want to check out, there's a lot of other help for trying to figure out what your best slotting methods are, etc. Crafting recipes. There's just a ton of info here. Between E2 Economist and Earth2 News, I mean, there's a ton of info. So, and then
the slotting for me is interesting. I have over 600 properties, and I've so far with the resources that we've had released already, that I've crafted specifically to place those based on like what's on each property. So oil, and you do go through the joules and everything really quickly, especially if you're trying to get a lot of the tier 3 joules. So I've been
definitely
stacking up for a while, so I had a decent amount, but they do go quickly.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something I recommend everyone to do is when the resources are released, like maybe retitle your property to state that it has that that resource, so that you can search it a lot easier. So then you just go into either your hollow building editor or your slotting section, and then you just type in that resource, and then all the properties that have that resource. You can make sure you have a hollow building on it, as well as then you can slot your appropriate resources or your appropriate joules for that specific resource. So, because you probably
especially
won't be accumulating anything
on larger tier 1 properties. you go through them, like if you have, there's 12 slots. So I have like a 750 with oil, and that used up a whole lot of the different oil joules by crafting all the different tier 3 combinations just to try to maximize the production there. So because the tier 2 obviously just has the 3 slots, so it's not quite as hard on the even the joules,
Yeah,
but the tier 1
tier ones definitely takes a bit to get,
Yeah.
especially 750 to get all those slotted with your tier 3 custom jewels, so that you're not really degrading. And that is a nice thing. Mondo has a bunch of different ways that you can stack for your maximum gain. It is actually a little bit much to kind of look at initially, but once you look at it for a little bit, you'll kind of understand what he's doing here. But it is a bit of info.
You really can get a nice boost, especially if you throw in some luminous. And
Absolutely.
I think on a few of them I have up to almost 30% max resource boost, and that isn't even the most because I don't have all that many luminous. I didn't do much crafting myself, but I've gotten a few from the Bazaar luminous just to help with the resource percentages.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the hydrate, home service dude. Just in the chat here, Hippo's saying in Blog 8 when New York Island was shown, it looked like it had beaches around the island. Do you guys expect all islands to be with sandy beaches around? That would destroy my tactics of collecting beautiful beach islands for future rentals or sales. I don't think that they would, like, most islands will probably have beaches, so they might have something like that worked in. You might be able to even, I don't know. You might even be able to, if you don't have a beach, you might actually be able to create one, because they did say that at some point you would probably be able to do some slight elevation changes on your property. So I mean, some people might even just be able to create beaches if there aren't any. So I mean, that might affect what you're trying to do.
I would think that would come much later, though. I suspect they would try to keep as much like the actual landscape as close to the E1 as possible for now. Yeah, that would affect me too. Some of my very first purchases were beaches in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I got some Salt Cay and stuff like that too. But
yeah, I started back in December 2020, and I never would have imagined that we are where we are now. Like the whole crypto thing, I never was expecting. I joined, I heard about it, and then got some beaches when it's going to chill there in VR, and now look where we are. So
Earth 2's definitely changed compared to what we all probably, like anybody that was from the beginning, everybody had ideas of what they wanted to do, and that's all pretty much died off as Earth 2 kind of comes out with what they're actually doing, and we realize we just have to kind of adapt to whatever's going to be coming out.
And one thing with the vlogs I was surprised to see this early was the emphasis on the advertising so far with the billboards and everything. I thought that would be much later.
Well, I don't see the point of it too much until there's actually a bit more to do. Because sure, you can advertise something, but who's really going to see it and who's going to care until Earth 2 actually goes somewhere and has something more I don't know, just more function.
I'm happy to see it. I've got some nice central city locations in some popular areas. So once that does become more of a thing, advertising should be nice.
And my nicest properties probably in France. I managed to get a nice section. But otherwise, I did scour New York, and I did find some random little sections of tiles that looked like they were purchased, but they weren't. Like I just would randomly kind of click around until I found something that I was able to purchase. I managed to get like a handful of little groupings. So
probably as far as for foot traffic and those kind of areas, my best ones are in London. I was able to pick up some nice plots, and quite a few of them are close by. So that goes, as I was saying before, about having lots of properties in the same general area, so you can maybe do the ecosystem on the smaller ones, the 2 and 4 tiles, and then develop the larger ones for housing and everything. So
because you can probably put residential buildings on your single tiles, so the single tiles might be good to use for setting up those virtual spaces.
I did remember one of the blogs said something about maybe some restrictions on tier 2 as far as what you're able to build on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
you'll
We might have to bring it up to tier 1 first or something. Yeah.
You plan on doing much upgrading?
Yeah. Well, to some of my bigger ones, my tier 2s that have resources, certain resources like above a certain size property, I'll probably want to bring up to a tier 1, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach that yet. But do we want to just kind of go through basically the basic construction process and just make sure that see if we're actually still all on the same page? But yeah, so first thing that we need to have to be part of the Ecosim is going to be obviously buying land, which originally came with a mentor, and it sounds like we're going to probably have to start buying those, right?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice. And I think they were offering potential perks if you buy new land in a new opened area, that it might come with a free mentor. So buying
I don't know that, because we can buy them. Well, you've been able to buy them. So they disabled the function where you use e-dollars to buy them. So I think it's going to be more of a matter of
essence or something.
Essence maybe, or doing certain things and earning them. That definitely is not totally clear from my understanding.
Okay, I don't know if it was in a Candid Thoughts or if that was just in a chat, but I thought somebody or like Shane mentioned a new release might have a perk of the land coming with a mentor, so that would give incentive for new land to be purchased rather than the market.
I'm sure that the option to buy them. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it right now on E2 updates.
Okay.
The option to directly purchase mentors has been removed.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, you can't get them with e-dollars.
Yeah, Shaka, good to see you here. We will stop getting mentors for free for sure. So, yeah, your option will be potentially to buy with Essence or to buy land that already has them on them. So... yeah, and then inside the mentor is the weaver, and the weaver is what will be actually creating the. I can go through if you'd like, and we can actually just click on these as we go. But yeah, the weaver is located inside the mentor, which replicates raw materials by evaluating the binary representation of soil around the resources contained within the captured essence, and uses that data if compatible to replicate the raw material. And it sounds like these weavers will be tiered system, so you can upgrade your weaver. I'm not sure if that is why we're seeing different size mentors.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That was interesting.
Yeah,
but I saw something where it may have just been a bug.
It might, it might have been a bug, unless they were doing a test feature just to see how it actually functioned. But that's the only thing I can kind of think of is the different tier weaver would change the size of your avatar. So
that's interesting.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
So, and then the first set of resources we all know or should know is oil, coal, gold, limestone, freshwater, wood, sand, and iron, of which we already know oil, coal, gold, and iron, right? So we still need limestone, freshwater, wood, and sand.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have half so far.
Yeah, we have half.
And coal is definitely rare. I've got quite a few properties and don't have much coal, so
I've got one between my two accounts.
With a lot of coal. We'll be needing to do some trading there.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a hugely needed thing. I saw some people getting upset that there was coal even. Because it's a dirty thing, but it's digital, so it's not actually dirty, but it represents something dirty. So
environment.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got the mentor and the weaver. The only thing that I'm kind of curious about, I guess, is our initial resources to build. So we're going to be needing to build a virtual space before we can even play the Ecosim, right? Is that your understanding? in vlog 8, Shane said, anyone that wants to play the Ecosim. Oh, sorry. This is actually kind of small here. Oops. There we go. There we go. Anyone that wants to play the Ecosim and earn will require personal virtual space for the avatar to reside. So my assumption is we probably won't even be able to build a research lab until then. Is that?
I think we're getting all this information way ahead of time. I think
Absolutely.
as if we don't even have the capabilities, we don't even have
we have no
resources
capabilities.
yet, so,
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to piece together what you're gonna need first, just before it all kind of comes down. Because I mean, all of a sudden, if you can purchase something that, sorry, where am I? Yeah, let me go back to. Okay, if you can purchase something that's, say, way down the line here, but you can't do anything with it until you do this. I mean, it's kind of nice to keep up with what you need first, so you don't spend any resources or money on anything ahead of the time. That's kind of what I'm trying to look at.
Yeah, and the different sizes of buildings, I think, will be. I'm looking through this. Larger residential buildings will have specialized purposes, which will be important for different reasons depending on the strategy. So.
Mm-hmm. Spectrum says it means to play the Ecosim that you need land. I don't agree with that. Sorry, you do need land. You don't need to buy, or so you don't need to make residential buildings because you can lease those. So
you don't have to own land as far as like you can have Ecosim players work for you.
You can do contracts, yeah.
Contracts without them having to actually own the land if they don't want to.
Yeah.
And they could still earn resources and everything.
So you don't need land, you don't need buildings or anything like that to play the Ecosim. You just have to find the little niche area or whatever that falls within. But you do need to, at minimum, lease a virtual space from somebody that has land and has built a place to rent.
DVD on your end, if you can maybe do something with it. I got a message that Wizard is here.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see him in my.
Him up? No. I'm not sure.
Guys watching the stream but can't comment on Twitch, can't log in. What are your thoughts? Oh, Martian can't. That's weird. Why can you not get into stream? You can actually pop into the chat if you want there, Martian, as well. Just in the free-for-all stream voice chat. What are your thoughts on Essence delay? Do we want to jump to that right now, Drew?
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
I think it was good. I know a lot of people were upset with it being delayed, but I don't think it should be pushed like totally indefinitely. But if they had plans to do it in the next month or so, I think it was a good option to delay it just because of the current overall climate with crypto. It wouldn't have been a good start now. Hopefully it would be. I still have optimism for this year, like maybe September, October, but doing it now I don't think would have been a good idea.
I agree. I think when you start seeing that kind of that dip coming back up, I think that's when people are going to start kind of getting back into the interest of the crypto space again, and it'll just be a lot more appealing for people to get into Earth2 because it's like, oh, there's something new and something awesome.
The release of the white paper is what was delayed, and my understanding after listening to his latest video was once the white paper is released, it's going to be a matter of, I would say, weeks, probably not even more than a month, that we get Essence going live. So that's why I'm still optimistic for this year. It's just they haven't said Essence isn't being released this year. They just delayed the release of the white paper. So.
That's true. So I mean, yeah, they were originally going to be coming out in about a month with the token. But yeah, I don't think they'll release the token without without their white paper and then the market kind of coming up.
I expect
So
maybe 2 to 4 weeks from the time they release the white paper to when Essence goes live. So
and they were talking about a new video as well, kind of around that time as well.
yeah, a lot of us were talking about it in Gen Chat, and I think it's still likely that we'll get the Essence release in September or October time frame.
I can see that. I mean, I can't see it unless, you never know. Like, unless the actual economy around the world kind of globally starts to really tank, and just like people are focusing on just a lot more realistic issues other than the crypto space, that might delay things, and it might be a next year thing. But yeah, it's hard to, we won't know until kind of the year plays itself out. So
Other thing I'm really interested in is this European trip that Shane's going on, and what all could come from that. I know he said he's looking forward to meeting members of the team and hiring some additional talent, but there's also some big crypto events going on in Europe at that time, and would be cool if he were to show up at some of those.
it says meeting in progress. Oh, 1 sec. Sorry, we might actually get Wizard here. I just
Okay, cool.
Yeah. This might happen. I just have to pay attention and accept him when he joins. I'm gonna just pop into chat here a sec. Yeah, I kind of have a hard time with a good flow, so I'm gonna be bouncing around a little bit. So if you're cool with that and you don't mind the way this is all going.
This is cool.
All right. Okay, what do we got? Coal is dirty only when it is burned and dug up. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you need to be a transporter guy rather than build. All right. Not sure virtual space is needed before building. How would the residential buildings be built? Chicken and egg problem. Yeah, I know. There are issues. Oh, no. 1 sec. There are issues, and it would either require Earth2 to allow us to have... Why don't I see you, Hacko? One sec.
Yeah, my end, I'm just seeing both of our pictures and not anything with Haku.
Show meeting invitation. Yeah, typically he would pop up as a participant pending my... Ugh. Sorry. I'm going to try this. All right.
What I think on the spaces is you would have to build before anything could progress with being able to
Totally
house votaries and...
But are you going to be able to use your own resources for the building? Is because if our if our mentors are not able to store, like without a storage building, we'll need storage buildings first. We'll need to be able to make resources to be able to build any buildings. So that would kind of be the first thing. And then we would need a residential building to be able to be built so that we can play with, like, we need the virtual space to be able to build potentially. And then, yeah, once we have the virtual space, do we then build the research lab? There's just a few.
The research lab was going to be one of the very first things needed to progress, even with building anything.
And you know what? That originally this virtual space was not in this section. Like, it went straight from the Mentor and the Weaver to the research lab, and it does specify that it says the research lab is the second Ecosim building after the Mentor in the tech tree. But if you're not allowed to build or you're not even allowed to play in the Ecosim without a virtual space, then that kind of changes that, right? So,
Yeah. All right, Wizard, you there?
Yeah, what up?
hey,
What's
just
what's
decided to
going
join
on?
voice chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many issues. I'm just gonna close Zoom down then, I guess.
Well, I can try. I was gonna. I just saw. I had to get rid of another server to join. My servers are always full.
Oh wow,
Always.
that's hilarious.
I mean, are we on camera or should I join the Zoom?
It's just if you can join the Zoom, then you can be on camera. Drew is just in chat, so
Hold on, let me try. I don't know what the difference would be. Give me a second.
because yeah, you should be able to pop. Yeah, I should be able to see you pop up, and then I just have to accept you.
Right.
So
It'll be interesting to hear Wizard. We talk frequently, and we have vastly different portfolios and ideas of what to do. So he's a
Oh, yeah.
one tile guy, and I'm more of a larger properties, and so the
Don't get me
Ecosim.
wrong, I have a lot of larger properties, but
you want to mute?
You want to mute?
Yeah, I can hear
yeah,
double.
I can hear double.
You want to mute
Okay.
your
You want to mute your
Discord?
Discord?
yes. Hold on. Just a second.
No,
Yes.
I'm gonna mute. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Just a sec.
All right, so yeah, you just have to start your video, I guess, if that's right. All right. Okay. I will unmute you, or ask you. Yeah. So if you unmute your Zoom,
your Zoom,
but mute your Discord.
but mute your Discord.
I gotta unmute my Discord now.
No, mute the Discord.
Mute the Discord.
Yep,
But
I'm good.
But
yeah.
It should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do I have double?
Okay. Why do I have double?
I muted Discord.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Can I leave Discord? Should
Yeah.
I leave Discord?
Yeah.
Try that.
Try that.
Do I still get
You
double?
just left Discord.
that?
I'm not hearing any audio from Wizard if he's trying.
All right. Let me.
Hello? I can't
Alright.
hear anything now, though.
You can't. Yeah, you have to have Twitch open as well.
Hello?
All right. One sec. I wasn't
There he
able to.
is.
I wasn't able to test this.
I think you're muted. DVD, you're muted.
You need to. Yeah. Here. I just message him.
Hello?
All right. This is fun, right, guys? Test out all this stuff. All right.
Twitch.
So I think I'm just going to be able to hear you through Discord. I'm not able to listen on Twitch without an echo.
Let me see.
Okay. We'll get this sorted. We didn't have the test time beforehand, so. All right. All right. Good enough, right?
That'll work.
All right. Can we hear Hacko, Wizard?
I can't
I
through
can't.
Discord.
All right. We're almost there, though. We've got video. He's not muted. All right. Well, we can see him. That's a step, right?
Yeah.
He's not talking though.
What would you like? Okay. I really do like this idea. We'll have these moving from the side to side, but I think. Do you think it'll be too hard? Like, should there be a checkpoint or?
Well, okay, so there is rooftop gameplay. This
Really
isn't
listening to.
the only spot, right? There's also like
Who are we listening to?
haven't done anything. I'm still hearing you good DVD through Discord, but not hearing any audio through Twitch.
Ugh. All right. Well. Okay. Maybe I'll get him to join Discord.
Yeah, I think that may be best until we could figure it out. Because if he was here earlier, we could hear the audio at least.
Sections, right?
Yeah, it's these three. This one because we're at, and then the second one, and also the third one here up until the question mark.
Are you hearing somebody else chat?
Gotcha.
I'm hearing somebody else.
Yeah. I feel like people like a challenge when it comes to the parkour courses.
Also, the very final part of the
not.
course or the parkour map here. So if you see like the platform down there will actually be the victory rooftop where it'll be like.
Okay, the stream's going sideways.
Sorry, here you are.
All right, join Discord audio.
So here
and
that'll be like the victory rooftop when they finish this final challenge. So.
Yeah, I think it was good until he tried to do the
for sure.
And there's a stream on video
right here. So like even if they fall into the water and get reset, they're right back here. So we definitely want to finish the finishing touch.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm hearing.
Of the parkour run needs to feel
Somebody's
very
talking about a parkour run.
I like it.
So I don't know what I'm listening to.
We also haven't done much impulse jumps. If
I was gonna ask. Like,
this
I
is
actually
silly.
really like impulses.
Okay, I'm going to see if it's Hacko.
Do you want to do that
by
in the
muting
second
him.
part, or maybe in the
I think
second
it's
part?
Hacko.
I see these. Okay, so here, like this is one of the last parts. I see these platforms.
Mute. All right. Yep. So I can
I just
hear whatever Hacko's playing or listening to,
He's not talking.
but he's not talking.
Oh, yeah.
But he's playing something. I don't know if he can hear us. Nod your head if you can hear me. This is good. Kissy, hey, how's it going? Maybe we should just get you on Zoom right now, eh?
That's not going to happen. I've already tried.
Yeah, fair. Well, we can see Hacko, and if he can join voice chat in the Discord, this might work out. So, yeah, just get him to pop in there, and we'll see what happens. So I've got him muted currently, just so that we don't hear the random whatever. I don't know why Drew isn't on stream. He doesn't want his pretty face shown either. So too shy. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Right, Drew?
I don't have a great laptop and setup. I did it that one time on stream with Snoke, but if you do this again, I'll have it better next time where I can go on stream.
Yeah, no, it'll be a little while before. Posture check. Thanks. Yep, I got to do that every now and then. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when it happens again, because it's going to be like 2 months before I'm in the next house, and then I still got to get things set up. I don't know what Wizard's doing.
Question, Casey. I actually have messaged him to get off of the stream and join the call, just because whatever he's doing there is not working.
Nope. But we can see him, and I mean, it's just something else to look at. So I mean, that's great. I can also, I'll just pop over here then, and.
So shall we just continue our conversation until he can join us in Discord?
Absolutely. All right, let's get this set up a little bit nicer. There we go. What? You gifted a sub to Spectrum. Thanks, home service dude. That was very nice. After hearing I won't be streaming for a few months, that's still
You missed
very
a lot
awesome.
of talk earlier, Kissy. It kind of went downhill once Wizard tried to come on stream here. But.
Yeah, we're trying to make it work, but yeah, it's Nightbot. What is that? No, come on, no. Stop spamming emotes. Oh, really? I gotta turn that off. I like emotes. Sorry, I don't obviously have my stream set up that well. Kind of stuck in your car. 9 messages deleted by a moderator. 9. What? I want to ban my moderator. What is that mod? That's night. It's probably good to have Nightbot though, right?
Yeah.
Community rules. Nightbot. Yeah, sorry. I don't want to just try figure out my stream while I'm doing a stream. So let us chat about, where were we? All right. So we talked about
and the buildings and
so we're kind of that's kind of an area I think that we might be a little hung up on. It does say the research lab is the second building in the Ecosim after the Mentar. So this virtual space is potentially not needed, but at what point is it needed? Is it needed after the research lab then? Because
yeah, that's my understanding. I think the research lab is one of the very first things we have to have in order to begin the process of building anything.
And then do we buy, like, since we don't have a research lab, they're going to have to give us obviously the blueprints for it. And then that'll come with a hollow building and everything, and probably contour report for it, kind of thing, so that we can build.
And then that'll come with the hollow building and everything, and probably contour report for it, kind of thing, so that we can build. And then that'll come with the hollow building and everything.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Wizard, can you shut off your Twitch or whatever you have on?
He's muted on Zoom.
Sorry, Wizard. Sorry,
Yeah.
Wizard, can you shut off your Twitch or whatever you have on?
He's muted on Zoom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's hurt my ear.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
It's all good. We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, that's hurt my ear.
Hold on. Sorry.
It's all good. We're figuring this out.
All right. Did that work?
I'm still trying to be on stream, so.
How about now?
Oh. Okay, unmute your Discord. Stay muted in Zoom and unmute your Discord.
Stay muted in Zoom and unmute your Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
No, so that is the issue then.
How about now?
Wait.
Stay muted in Zoom and unmute your Discord. No, so that is the issue then.
How about now?
Wait.
No, that's not working.
Still hear an echo from.
All right, mute the Discord.
Hold on, the echo is probably.
All right, mute the Discord.
Because you're watching Twitch on the side and it's probably picking up on the mic, right? That's probably what the issue is. Yeah, I don't feel like there's a perfect system for this, or I need to talk to somebody that actually has this all figured out. But all right, so you're muted in Discord. All right. All right, so I can't hear you. We'll get... All right, let's unmute Zoom.
Unmute Zoom.
I still hear a
I
double.
still hear a double.
Unmute Zoom.
Yeah.
Unmute Zoom. Yeah. I still hear a
Okay.
double.
Let me mute.
I don't think we can get away with. Yeah, I don't think we can get away with it.
I don't think we can get away with it.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I don't think we can get away with it. I don't think we can get away with it.
Mute everything. Mute everything.
Mute everything.
All right.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're just there must be, because when I was working with tech ops and stuff, we had to basically chat through Discord, but then he had to have Twitch open on his phone so that he could hear what was going on. So it's kind of hard to.
Can you hear me now?
I can. What are you watching Twitch on?
I just left Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? There's still a double audio.
Though.
I'm gonna mute. Okay, I'm gonna. If I
shouldn't be because I'm muted in Discord and.
Okay, this was all right. I muted myself in Discord now. Can you still hear me on Twitch? So you can still hear me on Twitch? All right. Can you hear me, Drew? Are you able to have a conversation? Hey, Drew, did you want to turn up your Twitch? I'm going to mute my Discord.
I think when I do that, I get an echo. I'll try it briefly, but
yes.
Let me see here.
Sorry about all this. It's hard to get on.
I'm here, but I think it's going to be an echo, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, maybe we'll just get rid of the video feed. Let's kill the Zoom.
Hello?
You sound good.
Hello, Wizard.
Hey, your echo's gone, Drew.
What's up?
I can just hear you now, and I see DVD is muted within Discord. So
okay, so are we good?
This is, I think, just confusing until we can get it straightened out next time. I'll just pop off. I was on quite a bit earlier. I'll let you guys take it from here because I think trying to do it all with the way this is with Discord and Twitch and everything, it's going to be difficult. So
yeah, no, fair enough.
Y'all continue. I'll just watch it on the stream, but I'll pop off for now.
Okay.
So it was fun, DVD. Y'all continue, and I will chat with you guys later.
All right. Too bad this didn't work out, but yeah, no, I appreciate you being here.
I can't hear him now, though.
All right. Can you hear me now, Hacko? We might have lost Drew and still not. Hello. All right. Troubleshooting. This is not so fun. All right. Can you hear me now? No. Okay, I'm going to try something again. You'll just have to bear with us a sec. I'm just going to get rid of my... Hey, Wiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still got a double here. I feel like I'm not going to be able to avoid it.
Yeah, sorry about all this.
Sorry.
I'd rather have Drew on. I can go in voice too and just not use Zoom.
Yeah, let's get rid of Zoom and just join in voice. Yeah. Let's do that. Alrighty. Good times. All right. Anybody that does want to join my Discord free-for-all stream voice chat, feel free. We'll just avoid having the video. And I will just use this as my main screen. All right.
We're all good through voice?
Yeah, I'm just on voice. I got rid of Zoom and Twitch, so I'm just on voice right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got Drew and Wizard Oz in voice.
Yes.
All right. Let's do this. that was pretty ridiculous.
It's tricky.
We still got people viewing.
I remember doing it myself, trying to figure it out. Like it's really tricky.
It is, yeah, with all the different inputs and outputs going on, it just gets ridiculous. So, but if hey Pacey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Pacey?
How's the audio? Is the audio still good in the chat there? Hopefully we're not all muted now.
It's good for me. I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right. Good. Thanks.
Now, in order to see, should I go to Twitch and mute it in order to see what's going on?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I might even be able to just open up no, because if I open up a video, then I'll get looping again. Ugh.
All right, let me try.
Unless I mute myself. So, but then you can't hear me.
Let me try.
This is not, yeah. All right, audio is fine now.
Richard, what did you do? We were doing just fine until you
I
joined.
know. I'm so sorry.
We're just gonna leave it. We're good now.
Party
It's
crasher, I know.
All right. Okay, so let's go back to this, I guess. All right, so your basic construction process, you're basically going to need to acquire the blueprint for the building, activate it as a hollow building, ensure that you have the resources at the hollow building location, and then you have to command the construction droid to complete the construction of that building. Does that sound about right to everybody?
Sounds right. Which is why I think it's beneficial to have locations within close proximity to each other to limit the transport time.
Mm-hmm.
And being intercepted, I thought that was a really interesting portion too in the last vlog, where if you're transporting stuff, it could be intercepted. How that actually plays out, obviously we need the details, but
Yeah.
going to be some snipers out there.
Yeah, and if you're having to transport over long distances, you got a super high chance of losing your product that you're... Amusity Games, how's it going?
Amusity.
Good to see you. So yeah, you want to keep everything in a fairly tight proximity for building, and yeah, you're going to want to have probably multiple storage locations in, like, if rather than travel a long distance, you're going to probably want to try build storage buildings in between so that you don't have to go as far and have that potential for losing your resources.
Patience, like if you rather than travel a long distance.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, he used the term hubs. Also, you make it, get it from local transport from your areas and then to a trading hub where you can trade. So it's probably beneficial to build different in areas where you have different resources also if you wanted for trading. Like concentrate in an area that has oil, take that to somewhere where you can trade with somebody for coal or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Is Wizard gone? I don't hear him.
I'm here, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can hear
No,
him.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the screen right now.
All right.
I can switch now.
Did you want to just go through kind of like the rough notes of all the vlogs? Like, is that something we just want to go through? And otherwise, we'll just keep continuing kind of with what we're doing here. I do have this PDF. I dropped it into Earth2 Official. It's in my server, and it's in the Earth2 Economist. Yeah, that's just for us, I think, though. But yeah, so these ones you can click the links and kind of bounce around, which is kind of handy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so once we have the research lab, the blueprint and the contour survey kind of just go hand in hand. I don't think they're ever going to be something separate from each other. And the research lab is only going to be available for building for that property. So whatever you research out of that one research lab is only going to be able to be built on that same property, right?
Wait, so you can only have one research lab per property? So you couldn't have a research lab on any single tile property?
You might be able to build a research lab on a single tile property, but then you probably couldn't build anything else. So single tile properties, I'm pretty sure are only going to be useful for, say, something like a residential building.
And a water processor.
And yeah, maybe a water processor. And then you got to just transport, because your each Ecosim building has the ability to hold a certain amount of resource. So yeah, as long as you're constantly transporting it out, you could probably just put a single tile Ecosim building on that. And thinking about residential buildings, I mean, we're looking at 4 tile residential buildings. So I mean, I don't know if they have 1 tile residential buildings. There was mention of something for smaller properties, but Yeah, and then Pacey's saying, do you think mentors will take up space? I think they will take up space, to be honest, because with the Weaver and everything, you're making resources that needs to store the resources. It doesn't make sense to have it on a separate layer.
In the photos and videos that they show, the Mentar is like sitting there in the, like, taking up space,
yeah,
with the other buildings. So I think it's actually like a building, a Mentar.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, I agree, because I mean, your Mentar has the Weaver, and it has to be able to replicate resources and store them. That, like, if you can't store your resources, does it just automatically transport it into whatever your local hollow building or something, using transportation powers or something, or teleportation powers? I don't know. But
so what's the difference between the Weaver and the Mentar?
The Weaver is inside. So if I'll just scroll down here, straight from the draft paper snippet. I'm just going to zoom in here. All right. The Weaver is located inside the Mentar, and it evaluates the binary representation of the soil of the resource contained within the captured essence, and then uses that data if compatible to replicate the raw material. So I think this is partially why it costs essence, is because you have a binary representation of whatever resource. Kind of, so as you're mining the essence, you kind of have to scrub the essence, and you're going to lose the essence to get your resource. That's kind of the way I kind of understand that.
Wow.
Yeah, and another thing, the respective number of units per tile will be turned into raw materials, which whatever it replicates is. It's all confusing, but.
Yeah, and then everywhere they say pre-woven resources, construction droids need pre-woven. So anything that says pre-woven, your Weaver is going to do that. So you can't have your pre-woven resources without, your Mentar and the Weaver that's inside of it.
Another thing I was interesting, and I was expecting really more than they say, but it says throughout, you have to have one located somewhere throughout the world, and that's it. I thought you would need way more than, as far as the like lignitors and water processors.
Well, Shaka says in vlog 5 that the research would be per profile, not per property.
No, I've got it open right now, and it says, if you do want to open the vlog, I've got the timestamp here, and it says that the blueprint and contour report required to build the Ecosim building on the same property that the lab is on. If that's what you're talking about.
Okay, so the research and the lab have to be on the same property, but
the research
they work.
Sorry, the research lab has to be on the same property that you're building other buildings on as well. Because I believe, one sec, if I go, so like even for when they're talking about the petrol processor and the gold polymerizer, you need to have upgraded your research lab on that specific property. So you need to be able to build any of these other Ecosim buildings, you need to first have the research lab on it, on the same property. So your single tile properties are going to need a research lab to be able to build any of these other things. So you shouldn't be able to build a water processor without a research lab, which means you're not going to be able, and then if your Mentar takes up one tile, you're not going to be able to put the research lab on it unless they make it. Pardon?
Proximity. I think there's got to be something to do with proximity. Like I feel like say you have single tiles and you have 10 together. If you put different buildings on them and they're connected via road within a proximity, that it should allow you to do that, because you couldn't, if you need one for another building, you need this other building, and you need a Mentar. But you can't fit it all on a single property.
That's why he's encouraging merging single tiles, though, so that you can use them.
It's going to be really difficult to put everything you need on a single tile. I don't think you can. Mm-hmm. You would have to merge.
So what can you use single tiles for then? Like, can you build houses from and have it transported?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, you could use it possibly for just storage. Like, you could if you, because we don't know really a whole lot about storage buildings other than we know hollow buildings will be able to be used for storage. So potentially solidifying the hollow building turns it into a storage building of whatever size. So you might be able to use your single tiles specifically for storage, which means you could have a huge grouping of single tile storage buildings all there, and then your vehicle can just go between all those and fill them up. So that might be
able
an
to
option.
Build something on a single tile, but the initial process of getting the stuff set up in order to build, I think, is what's going to require multiple tiles. Like
like your water processor is one tile, but you can't build it because you need the research lab.
Yeah.
So maybe you need a bunch of materials and you need a bigger property to get those materials, and then you could transport those materials and build on single tile properties or double properties.
That's definitely
later.
How I see it. They're
not going to be.
You can keep them for future use if you only want to build something specific on them, but the initial stages you're going to need larger properties in order to get that process started with the production of resources.
I kind of see it like in like some of the the cities that I'm in, where there's one area of the city that has all the buildings, research, the water processor, all that kind of does all the work, like similar to like a factory that's nearby, and then you start building developments and apartment buildings and whatever else. Right, and then you connect
zoning. I'm looking at it kind of like zoning. Are you going to want your water processor and all these Ecosim buildings within the same area as your residential or commercial areas? So I would plan on doing them separate, have them close enough to transport, but then I don't want to have my water processor and lignator right on a tile next to or really close to where I'm doing like my residence or commercial zone.
Yeah, Pacey says that they said that the research lab was needed per property.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if they do that and they say you have to have a research lab in order to build on that property, then that means that no you can't build on a single tile property anywhere.
That's just for the Ecosim, because I believe it's fairly clear that the Ecosim does not include residential and commercial. It's not clear on where we're getting the blueprints, though. That might be something that we purchase or something that is not through the research lab. Or our research labs can produce them if we're playing the Ecosim, but then we can possibly sell them on a market that, say, somebody that's renting a virtual space could then use, or they could buy that blueprint and then they can build their own residential building potentially. So I mean,
like Pacey says, singles will have limited use. I think initially they're going to have less use than they will later on. Like once you get the process going and you're replicating resources and doing that kind of thing, you'll be able to build on those singles, just not have them helpful really initial stages.
Yeah, they might not be helpful for the Ecosim portion unless you can just use each one as a store. Then you could build like a really weird storage unit that is just 100 tiles of single tile hollow buildings, and then your transport truck has to go stop at each one to deliver or something like that, or you can store different resources in each one, which might be kind of neat. So I mean, until we actually can use it, we won't really know, but I mean, it could be useful for storage.
I mean, they did quadruple the size of them, like technically, which is cool. But yeah, if they're limiting, you have to have certain buildings to. So does that mean, like, at the moment you can't get resources off of a single tile? You have to use bigger properties to do that?
Well, your mentor, your single tiles have a mentor, and your mentors are able to weave. So if your mentor is able to, my whole thing about the hollow building might not even work because we have mentors. So if you have a mentor, then that Mentor really should have its own storage capacity.
But you can't even put a lignator on a single property.
Nothing.
The lignator is a second revealed Ecosim building and will occupy 2 tiles. So you can merge singles in order to place a lignator, but you can't put a lignator on a single.
Mm-hmm. And who knows what's coming down the pipeline, because they're making it so that if you merge different building options, it takes up less tile space too. So there may be something down the road that you would normally not be able to build on a single tile, but if you group them together properly, you might be able to. So I mean, there could be an option down the road that they could make something that works on a single tile.
Maybe you could link them without merging them, like a pipeline or something. If they're connected, it's like merging them into, but they're still their own property because they have a connection, some kind of pipeline or whatever that you can connect to, or a track, like a transport track, or I don't know, something like that. I don't know. My question is always about single tiles, just because I have so many.
And there's a lot of people that have single tiles, like
like
Wraithax, I think just bought a whole lot of them. So, but yeah.
Imagine they said you have to merge single tiles to do anything with them. It would be a big pain.
It would. And I think, Shane, they are working, I think, on systems to try utilize single tiles to some degree. You're not going to be able to do what you want, most likely. But, I mean, if you want to make something in the Ecosim building type, you're going to have to do some merging. I can't see a way around that.
What makes sense is to have, like, if you're in a town or a city and you have, like, a 20 tile property, and you use that for, to gather stuff and build things and collect water and do a research and all that on that property, and you have like 10 single tile properties close by, you'll be able to access anything that you get from that 20 tile property on your single tile property, if it's nearby. I mean, that makes sense, where I go back to that proximity thing. Like, if they allow that, because I don't know. I'm just saying, like, okay, you got to merge in order to utilize that one tile. You got to merge it. It doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like too, the more expensive things will get, the less, people will want a single tile in, say, the U.S. so they can be a part of it, but they can't do anything on it, right? They can just live there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You'll need larger properties to start with the initial phase of the Ecosim, other than a single.
Yeah, anybody that has just single tiles, or they're gonna be hurting until they can merge, I guess. So.
Oh, I don't have just. I'm also curious about roads.
Mm-hmm. Hippo said something about roads here.
Yeah, I mean, I have, Hippo and I both, we have thousands of tiles of roads. Like a lot of roads. Like, how is that going to benefit us in the game? And is it like, because roads are kind of built in, could we use like those roads as like horizontal, like along, like building along a highway? Like, we put all our buildings, but some of the buildings are shaped like, if they're shaped like a 4-tile property, then you couldn't do it on a single tile road, because we have a lot of single tile roads.
Maybe you'll be able to build little shops or something down the road, like something that you can sell some of. Like, because I mean, you'll want to be able to walk down your road and have something to do, right? So if you're trying to walk down a road made of single tile, like a road system, like you're gonna want to have little shops or little things that you can do along the way, right? So I can
see in the vlog 8, it looks like they built in the extra space on the sides as kind of like a buffer. So the roads that you have already built may not have the utility you thought when you were building them, but I could still see them as being useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they show the extra space that they put in. I see it as like it looks like concrete space for transport that's in between like the tiles. Like everyone has this like it looks like that concrete area where the little hover car is going, and maybe you have that space on the side of roads, but you can also build along roads like your whatever you need, like maybe the processor or. And they said maybe if it's a block, then you can what do you call it? Like combine them to take up less space, like they said. Because if you look too at there's a lot of like weird shaped properties that people are buying, not just roads, but ones that are like long and like like an L shape or scattered and split up. It's going to be interesting how that's dealt with.
Yeah, some of it is something we just won't really understand probably ever, and we just have to accept and play with it. So
I think it's super like complicated, but it's funny because the vlog was supposed to explain it, but they actually need like a second vlog to explain the first set of vlogs.
Oh man, just the way, like with the vlog releases, the first thing we got was the water processor, right? And you've got all these things potentially before the water processor, and then what did they do? The lignator. So that one they did they had their other video in between, but yes, they went from the water processor to the lignator, and then they went to the petrol processor, and then the gold polymerizer, and then they did the petrifier. Or sorry, I missed the research lab. So they did, yeah. Either way, water processor, research. I have to actually see what order it was built in.
Water processor was first, and
then the lignator. Yeah, and then the research lab in vlog 5. Yeah, vlog 6, resin commercial. 7, processor polymerizer. But and aside from these being covered, we did not get resources released in the order that these were covered either, which I found kind of odd. So there was no consistency with the information that was given and what was released. So
because we still don't have water, and that's the first thing they said. That's
right.
Be, I think water and the wood were what they said was some of the most important that every.
Casey just subscribed. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. I just would like to say again that I am moving, and I will probably not really be streaming or anything for at least 2-3 months. So just a heads up, but I definitely appreciate that. Maybe I'll have to pull my cell phone out and do Randy style streams. I don't know, but he's got that one covered. I don't think I need to do anything like that.
Yeah, in front of the fridge, he's got that one.
Yep, exactly.
I'd like to stream, but it's like the technical part is so hard, like we've noticed early.
I'm always so uncomfortable to hit that stream button, because it's like I feel like I spend like so many hours just trying to play around and set it up, and I'm like, I just don't feel like it's right, and then anything changes and it's like, what I do. But
I did it once. I tried it, and it worked all right, but it was like trying to use that OBS or whatever and do it, and I just wasn't very good at it. I wish there was easier ways,
Yeah, I really do like OBS, and there are good YouTube videos out there to help set things up. So,
Casey's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like I've always wanted to do. Like one of the main things I want to do way early was interview all the people like in the community, but I can never figure it out. Like I tried that like 5 months ago. I was like, how do I just have an interview, or should I use StreamYard, or should I do it through Discord, and how do I get the video to work?
Yeah,
that's tricky.
The easiest thing to do would be just anything like StreamYards or OBS, whatever, and then YouTube. The nice thing about YouTube is you can edit it. Like with a live stream, if something happens, either people are watching you try to figure it out, and you can't edit anything, and YouTube, you just say the same thing, you screw up, and you just say it again right after, and then you just edit it out later. So I mean, yeah, YouTube is
Except
just
for YouTube, you can edit all that mess earlier that we were involved in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, big perks to doing YouTube videos.
Eventually, I'm gonna figure it out.
It's drink. Yeah. So home service dude says is there 70% or more of E2 having water, but it's fresh water. So I'm gonna say no, because most of E2 water would probably be salt water if it's being consistent. And then your fresh water would be a lot more limited, and then you'll have to convert it to industrial water. You think you could make industrial water using ocean water, but it's got to be fresh water apparently. So
yeah, I mean that's a reason to buy lakes and stuff. I mean that's kind of what we did when they announced it. We went and bought lakes and freshwater areas. I have a bunch of lakes and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of ocean properties though, and whole like cities and stuff built on oceans. So curious how that's going to work. Kind of makes sense to have a filter for ocean water though, right?
You'd think, yeah, I agree. Because
if you have a lot of ocean water, you're going to have to do a lot of processing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would. It doesn't make sense to not, especially if this is advanced technology kind of thing. Why wouldn't you have a simple, water processor for ocean water like they do it now? It seemed like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so one thing in the vlog with the research lab, it says the size of the property depends on how many Ecosim buildings it can support. But yeah, so perhaps 10 tiles does not mean you can do 10 tiles worth of Ecosim buildings. And they kind of showed that in vlog 8, where you can take 2 4-tile properties and combine them. So rather than taking 8 tiles, it would take 6. So yeah,
one thing I thought was really interesting on the vlog 8 was that the multi-zone for added utility, and then they can house civilians, or you can lease to players.
Mm-hmm.
So you can provide the facilities to train or educate the civilians and avatars to learn new skills. So if you have them on your property and house them there, then you don't have to.
I think a good
have them in other locations.
I think a good start to the Ecosim, like when we can start building stuff, I think a good start for somebody or for people to do is build these residential buildings, because there's probably going to be a lot of players that are going to want to lease and not actually be part of the Ecosim building. So they might want to play the Ecosim but just lease a building. So I mean that would definitely be a good start for somebody's kind of first business in this process, because I mean that's got to be available. I feel like the residential building's got to be available quite early.
Yeah, can lease. Whenever services are complete, the player leasing can conduct their own business in the Ecosim to earn. A player in a service contract can potentially earn while in service if the opportunity is available. So all sorts of options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it sounds like basically while you're in a lease contract, you're technically an Ecosim player, so you can still utilize the Ecosim and do service contracts and whatever while you're still working on your lease. And then once your lease is up, then you're like a full-fledged. I don't know if it comes with additional perks then or what, but yeah, it sounds like you should be able to do some Ecosim playing while you're still in a lease contract. So
seems super complicated. Hopefully they.
Oh, this whole thing is so complicated. So absolutely. Complicated.
I mean, I don't know how
to put a full-on manual together.
Well, I mean, I can see it if it's an app or something. where it's easy to understand with a menu, like where it like pops up and it says you need this on this space for that, and then you just do it. And I could see them make it easier, but are they going to make it easier?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's pretty complicated right now.
Yeah, Shaka says vlog 6 or 7 mentions residential building could take part in the Ecosim via an upgrade. That's vlog 6 that would say that. But yes, for the most part, they'll be constructed using building blocks manufactured by player-operated Ecosim buildings, which expands the utility for Essence resources, blah, blah, blah. And then... yeah, so you'll need to acquire the blueprint of the building you want to construct, place hollow. So, I mean, the building is the same as every other building, but I think you can, it just says acquire. So I think you can buy the blueprint and everything, and you can buy the resources and everything that you need to make the residential and commercial buildings without having to be part of the Ecosim. And then, yeah, primary purpose of the residential building to provide personal space. Or you can rent it out, as they mentioned in vlog 8. Yeah, prototyping ideas like residential buildings, partaking in the Ecosim by allowing players to adapt to produce sycophants. So yeah, that's where it becomes part of the Ecosim, is in the fact that it produces sycophants, which are needed to operate Ecosim buildings, drive transportation, navigate ships, battle, and so forth. So I mean, you can't take away the residential and commercial section from the Ecosim, really, because you're gonna. But I mean, you can play the Ecosim without needing to make residential buildings, because you could probably lure or steal other people's sycophants or whatever potentially down the road, or buy them or rent them, whatever, slaves. I don't know. That sounds like a kind of a. What's that?
Yeah, like. It says first you use ether to create life, and then that will be to create a civilian workforce. But you can't do too much, or then they'll run off.
Yeah, you can lure them. Yeah, where did I? Yeah, be careful. Players who create more life than they can house or support run the risk of having their civilians lured and converted to serve other players. So yeah, you need to have enough housing as well. It's not just about the ether. You need to be able to have enough housing for them to stay in.
When they say create, are we creating people that aren't really people as well? Like,
but like the sycophants and this.
Yeah, they're
going to be like working
placement that is not actually people, like a creating robot, like a robot workforce. Is that?
Yeah, we're creating. Yeah, you could call them robots. Your sycophants are going to be like your grunts, your peons, that do your work for you.
Yeah.
So
you're creating life through ether to have people to work on your behalf is kind of the basic understanding.
You have 50 workers, robot workers, doing stuff for you. If you're not taking care of them, people can hijack them or steal them.
They decide to be lured away. Yes.
And you have your.
You got to keep them happy.
Yep. By feeding them ether.
Steal it, and then burn it off and put their own logo on your little dude. I don't know.
Surprised? Yeah.
My imagination,
What do you think?
Wild.
What do you think about proteges? You think those will be the drone operators and no? They said sycophants will be operating things. So what do you think proteges are going to be for if the sycophants are going to be heavily involved in the Ecosim? Do you think the proteges still going to be part of the Ecosim, but like the next tier of
Yeah, I think so.
The next tier up.
All that'll be part of the Ecosim.
Yeah, and then your votary. I mean, is that going to be something to? Basically make a council and is that gonna because we have the DAO? I don't even, am I saying that right? DAO.
Oh, yeah.
Is that going to be something that affects that? Like we have a certain amount of votaries to change our voting power. I don't know. So you could actually have a smaller lease of land or something, but if you have enough buildings, you can have a higher amount of votaries and then actually have more voting power than somebody with more land. I don't know.
Build a large building, house it with votaries, and then I don't know. I never saw where that if that's going to be, if that's about the Dow portion, the votaries, but it would make sense.
Basie says he thought they were different factions or something. I don't know if your sycophants and proteges and votaries would be different factions. I feel like there's different factions that each have these
and
options.
Do you
we don't know.
them, or do they have an automated, automated?
Well, it's probably like where you just click your character in, like, say StarCraft or something, and you say what, like, you choose from like a list of what you want it to do, and then you click where you want it to happen. It might be something simple like that. Like, some of this sounds really complicated, but it might just be like a simple, you click on it and you tell them what to do, and then you click on something else. Like our construction droids, you'll probably click on the droid and then click on your holo building location, and as long as your materials are there, he might just start building, or you might have to just tell him to build. But yeah, it might be pretty straightforward. It just sounds really complicated.
Yes, it sounds very complicated. Command construction droids to all these, the language in the vlogs is.
You have to learn scripting now. You have to open up your squiggly bar and type in your command and hope you typed it right. Otherwise, it's going to do something else. I don't know. It's probably just going to be a simple click and build, whatever. Like super. It's probably going to be super simple.
I remember I watched a whole thing about there was a Patreon or something. Patron. So
Basie has Patreon.
Not Patreon, patron.
Oh,
patron.
Oh, like a person, a patron. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's it's a city building game.
Okay.
And I know when you would put down a building, people come with it. Like they would start coming.
Okay.
Like, come out of you would just see people start to come. And I don't know if it's like per building or it activates people from an actual source that gets people to come there. So I watched that, and I remember watching that, and I was kind of curious how that all worked. Like, are those people automatic to a certain area? Is it random, or can you control them? Can you tell them to come back on every day at a certain time? I don't know, how intense it is, or how.
Yeah, sorry. There was just a note here. Vlog number 8, town has a water tower thing next to residential. Yeah. So if you look, it looks like there's a research lab here. And then, sorry, what was this one? Was this your, I'd have to look. The long one. Steel mill. So yeah, you got research lab and then a steel mill. And then you've got your water tower and your gold polymerizer. And and then over here is another part of the.
You know how many tiles that is? That's showing that whole area there.
1, 2. Yeah, I don't. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a 10 by 10, or is this a sing? Yeah, that's a 10 by 10. I'm just assuming.
I think it's 8 by 8. The outside it's 10 by 10.
Yeah, the outside, and then it's an 8 by 8. Yeah.
64 tiles with that whole little city there.
That's a nice setup, though.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it does really put into perspective how big a 750 is. That's going to be insane.
Yeah, totally.
750s are massive. I think that people are just doing it because it's just the max. I don't think they're just so big. And then that we had a discussion too about, just, you buy all these big properties. Will you get how much work you would have to do in a 750 to build a community? Is it going to push because the size of the actual properties are 4 times bigger than they intended or originally said? Is that going to push out condensed areas where doesn't have that feeling of condensedness? Like in Times Square, it's very condensed. You feel that feeling of being in a city.
But if you have a 750
bigger,
there,
it's not going to be like that.
I think it may change some plans as far as people wanting to start the actual building process on small properties and just use the 750s for resources. And
I
then
think they're gonna allow proximity. Like there's so many people that just have like, I mean, there's thousands and thousands of small properties. You know, obviously like 1 tile, 2 tile, 4 tile, like, and a lot of people have those multiple ones.
The fact
in communities next to each other, right? So I have thousands of those. You know, where it's like a group of 4 tile properties or 1 tile properties. You want to start building on that, right?
You think you could do a contract to use something like a research lab, like say contract out somebody's local or nearby research lab? I wonder if that might even be a possibility. Like, because then you don't need to build it, but
that makes sense. Like, if a city, like say you have a small town, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't build multiple stores in a small town. You have a general store. You have a post office. And other people use that, right? So why would you get people to all do that? You would want to use whatever's in the proximity, maybe for a small fee or something, or purchasing off. But yeah, I think that's the whole point, is to certain responsibilities, and other people share that, right? I can't see having it where everybody has to build all these things on all different, doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, I get where you're going with that now.
You would have five or six different, like, okay, say we all have a 9 spot in a town. There's 50 of us. Are we all do we all have water processors and research labs and stuff all on ours? Like, why? What's the point of that, right? If we're all next to each other, we would want some proximity to using one of those buildings.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna set it up.
I think that's one thing you could go with, the being organized and stuff within a community. If you can decide to make a hub within an area that you're describing, then it would be like all community use. Like you have that as like a trading hub, and you can just go there, exchange resources. And I think it's definitely, especially as the app and everything comes out much later, the organization and the ways you can talk with the community and plan things is going to be really important.
Totally. And to be honest, like Earth2 themselves might not be planning for that sort of a thing right now. They might just be planning to release the ability to, say, build like this. So it'll be up to us. Like, we'll probably all want to start building, and then we might have like 30 research labs in a small area. And then down the road, after lots of chatting and whatever else, they'll probably like the idea of having a proximity that we can contract this out. And then a lot of us are probably going to end up having to remove things that we've already built. It's like slotting the jewels. I've certainly changed the way I've slotted multiple times. And now that we have resources, now I feel like I have a more definite way that I want to slot. So I think we're going to do that when we get to be able to build. We're going to be building like crazy because we can. And then as more things are revealed and things change, we're going to be like, oh, and then you're going to want to take down some of the stuff you built and move things around and try to figure things out a little bit better. So
I think proximity is for me, it is a huge issue. Like, not issue, but like proximity mean like in any place in the world, you have a town and things are allocated to that area. Why, it's like having, I don't know, it seems like if you have a research lab anywhere within 1 mile, you have access to that research lab. If you have a small tile, or another person can use it, or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that
makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I just said it makes sense to have a proximity for everything.
100%, I agree. And even Shaka says, proximity boosts and penalties is what other players or other city builder games do. And 100%, it is what makes sense. It just doesn't sound like what they're talking about right now.
One thing I've thought about a lot is, what do you think is a realistic amount of properties to really concentrate on and develop? Like, we all have probably hundreds and if not thousands of properties. What do you think as far as being able to, the resources we're able to produce and get that going? Do you have any idea of, or any thoughts about, like, are you going to be able to really start on like 2 properties, 20 properties? Like, what's,
it's really going to depend on how heavy you want to get into certain, I think, aspects of the Ecosim. If you want to just kind of create some water and have people buy your fresh water, then I mean, you're not really going to spend a lot of time, and it doesn't really matter if you have like 10,000 tiles full of water processors. I mean, but yeah, if you want to get really into it.
What I'm thinking right now is basically.
Oh man, you guys are gonna make me have to go to the washroom.
Like there
we go. Stretch. Appreciate the stretch.
And to really at least have one larger property, each one of those megacities, to focus on an ecosim. Like that would be my first thing. So I'd say let's dedicate one area of this city, and just kind of focus on building an ecosim in each of my major like cities. Of course, I have stuff in everywhere else, but to do that first. And
also you got to think all of this building and processing is, Essence is involved in all this as well, so it's going to depend also on the amount of Essence you're able to have to get things going, because that's an important aspect.
Yeah, spending Essence is going to be not going to be fun.
I got way too many hydrates right now. Definitely going to regret having. I think I might just have to change the price of my hydrates here a sec.
You guys plan on doing much of the staking?
I think I will help verify more than anything. I had one property that was questionable, but I didn't have enough evidence for the area. But yeah.
Wait, is that, you already checked it? Like, is it already active? That's just...
No, sorry. Like, I tried finding enough evidence. Like, I can find evidence that there's, like, gold in the area, but it's not evident that it's in that specific location. So, stuff like that.
Yeah, not enough that you want to put Essence on the line.
Yeah, no. But I will look at, other people's verification claims and just do a quick Google search, and if I can find something that makes sense and it's super easy and it's like, yeah, I'll stake on that, and at least I can get some Essence out of that potentially. So
yes, from what I'm hearing, it's 3 Essence per tile is what you're able to stake, but it's not clear if you can stake on your own and then that fills up. So say for instance somebody has a 750 on a gold mine, can they stake the 2250 themselves and get that much Essence and nobody else can stake? Or
yeah, I don't know as much about that. What is it, $10 to stake or to verify?
$10 to submit the claim, and then you're able to stake 3 Essence per tile in that property. But we don't have the details exactly.
I feel like you should be able to.
Like to stake?
You have to pay $10 to submit the validation request.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But you don't need to pay anything to, you just use Essence to stake, unless you're Kissy, who has no Essence.
The scam tubers are gonna like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like
seriously, getting us to pay like so much more money to validate resources that don't have a purpose and all that. Like it's. I mean, I see
you. Pacey, let me respond to this because I actually looked it up on Vlog, or it's one of the chain's chats where he talks about the resource validation rewards. At the 58-second mark, he says you can stake on what you submit.
Really?
Unless that's
okay.
Yeah. Because he said you can't, the opens that can't stake Essence 2. That's not what he said in the vlog, unless that's changed on stage 2.
Which vlog is that? Sorry, maybe I'll quickly.
It is the The one titled Earth2 Resource Validation Rewards Auto Validation. Like it's his, not the last one, but the 2 vlogs ago.
All right.
And it's at the 50,
Oh, that's that's a Shane one, or?
It's a Shane one. Yeah, it's his personal one.
Okay.
If you want to play that,
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Should be 58-second
like
mark is where I have it.
Okay. Sorry. Where is it?
58 seconds in.
58 seconds in. All right.
Unless I'm misunderstanding, but.
Now, a player who submits the validation for resources, they can in fact also support their own request. When you support a request, you stake essence. Now there'll be...
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear, right?
Yeah.
I can play that one more time.
Validation request. Now, a player who submits the validation for resources, they can in fact also support their own request.
Yeah, okay. Well, how about that? We've settled that.
So that means if you have, as the player, say, that has a 750 and they are comfortable with staking it, you could potentially get 2,200 essence just off of that, which is crazy.
Sorry, I'm just going to try to get some background music going. Let me know if that's good volume.
Sell 2,250 if you're able to do 3 essence per tile.
It's pretty crazy.
So, how much do you get out of it?
Yeah, they didn't really specify what your reward would be, right? It's a percentage, though, right?
You can do it, like it's basically like free money, right? If you know it's a gold mine, or you know it's a...
Yeah, if you're confident with risking the essence and you know it's a fact, then you should be able to do that.
All right,
But,
sorry, I had you guys turned down.
It's going to be interesting when it's going to roll out exactly, because that's one thing I'm not completely clear on, is how you choose who to validate. Because on stage 2, from the screenshots that I've seen, it's just like within the feed, such and such has validated this, and then you can click on if you want to add on to their validation, but you can't review the document or something, I think is what I saw. So it'll be interesting.
Do we need to review Pacey's video?
Yeah.
Because yeah, Pacey I think did a pretty good job covering it for the most part. I personally didn't really look into the details too much. So I mean, yeah, if you're missing information, you most likely saw the video, so it shows the information submitted to the bottom. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's going to be a good way to
just
stock up on some essence if you trust this horse.
Uploaded docs to see.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody is gonna need someone to put up essence and then I get something back, let me know. Yeah. Without having to do the work. Oh, you need 50 essence staked on one of your claims? All right, here you go.
I think it's a first come, first serve, I think, as far as like who you can do it. It's like the first 3 people, I believe, to a max of...
Okay, so there's a certain amount of people that can do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to get filled up probably pretty quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whenever that goes live, you got to be ready.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes sense. I mean, that we talked about that, Drew. Remember, and we're like, like how many people could claim on one area? Is it on one valid? Is it 3 validations per property or in one radius? Because you gotta
per property is my understanding.
Yeah, once they verify it, then it covers a radius. So then anybody that's put in a claim in that radius will get verified. Something like that.
In order to get the essence, you have to have staked previously.
Yeah. You have to have been able to. Yeah, you have to have staked it for sure.
Basically, let's say you had 100 10-tile properties in one area. Each person could stake those properties and then get 3 other people to piggyback off each property. So you would be getting 4 claims on every 10-tile, 100 10-tile properties if it was okayed. Is that right?
You're saying, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't see why not, unless they do it per profile. I don't know.
Because I mean, that would be, people would be going crazy, right? Like if that was a certain area, then you had all those properties to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just max stake on everything, and you're guaranteed to get payout on all of those.
If it's easy to understand and it's almost like a guarantee, I mean, I think anybody would be okay with that as long as they can figure it out. Because
it definitely benefits people that have had the available essence to stake. So
yeah, I mean, most people don't. I mean, most people don't have tens and thousands of essence to throw out. I mean, I don't know what do you think the average amount of essences that people have? Like what, like 5,000? Like what is
the average player? Probably even less than that would be my guess.
Yeah, there's been some polls I know, but that doesn't really catch a whole heck of a lot of people. But yeah, I know it's maybe a few thousand or something like that. I would think for your average.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people like us that are actively involved and been around, we have enough to stack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to put up most of my essence if I feel like I'm not going to lose it. I think it's those people that are taking a shot in the dark, like what happens though, like say you found let's say you found research there's a gold mine, and then you find it in and then you put a lot of essence, stake it, and then they're like, no, like it's not good enough, and then they just take all your essence.
Yeah, you could potentially lose. Yeah.
Like,
because they're not guaranteeing anything, so they could just say no.
You just need to have the documentation in order to prove that what you're saying is shown with, like, the data behind it. I'm not going to do anything unless I have the documentation to show specifically that what is there.
But if you have a mine data or something that pinpoints that specific coordinate, I mean, like, you're guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
So.
Man, there was some people that really did a lot with mines, a lot with really like the resource district and the people that were buying them. They got they were smart when it came to this. I didn't focus on that really, like buying in mines and stuff. I think I bought maybe 1 or 2, but not really. I guess it makes sense now. Just kind of, someone else that knows, happy to stake some of my essence on it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
Especially if I trust the source.
Yeah, especially if you trust the source. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the private servers are doing some verification stuff internally as well. So I know a few that are doing it. So it is a good idea if you don't mind sharing that information.
Yeah, to collaborate and then because it's a matter of timing also. Like as soon as you submit it, it's the first choose to validate on it. So
Yeah.
another good example of have a good active community.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, because I mean, I know in the Earth2 Pirates Discord, I put one of my claims in, and then another player already said, you know what, this isn't one that looks like it would be good. It looks like maybe for uranium or platinum or something like that, but not for gold, which I would have tried to stake it for. So I'm like, okay, I'll just leave that one alone. So, what are your sorry?
Properties. I haven't even really checked my properties yet. That would probably be a good start.
You've checked for what you have for resources though?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, just go to the e2tools.com that Griffin put together, because he has it set up that you can just click on properties, and then it'll have little check boxes so you can see what properties you have of each resource. So it'll tell you how many, and it'll tell you which ones. So then you can just go to your Earth2 profile and then find it and then rename it.
But I have a lot of I have like a lot of properties.
Yeah.
And multiple accounts, but I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. It'll take some time.
In your case, also because you have so many, you could do. There's several different services. You could use that one, the E2 tools, or the MetaMaxis also. And if you wanted to do a few of your larger accounts.
I'll try to do that this
Which
weekend.
is, I don't even know the MetaMax one.
Yeah, that's the one Mysor's doing.
Mysor, it tracks by all sorts of different, gives you all sorts of different options to track.
I should know that one.
I did talk to him though, and he said that you for right now you need to have less than 3,000 properties to get an accurate read in your account, and I think I have above that most of them. So I could try E2 tools or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, because I think it's I don't know if there's a minimum that would change the accuracy on that one. So,
I mean, most people don't have a lot of that many properties, but most people.
And I mean, like I was saying to Drew earlier, I don't think you were around. Even in the E2 tools, there's option to download the KML file that you can open in Google Earth, and it'll just auto place. It'll auto populate folders based on resources for those properties. So you'll be able to see where everything is visually quite easily and quite quickly.
It's going to be fun, actually, to do that to my accounts.
Yeah, no, it's quite decent.
I'll do that later. I'm also just kind of working on. There's multiple things I'm working on right now. I'm trying to.
You always are. You stay so busy with all your different projects.
Yeah, I've been I was telling a few people, I've been probably working about 15 hours a day for the past 10 days on a project. I've been building a city basically, and it's very detailed, like naming everything and changing flags and making basically districts and mapping and all that. It just takes a long time. I guess some people don't realize, that the amount of actual work that goes into some of this planning for even pre-planning. I mean, imagine even when we get into these buildings and stuff, we're talking about the planning and stuff that's going to have to happen. But this is like pre-planning for planning, and we don't even have all the information planning. So when we're building all these roads and outlines and sections, exactly how that's going to work.
Just kind of going blind and hoping for what may happen in the future.
Yeah.
All right, this isn't working. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something.
I still have so many of my even tier 1 properties that don't have any of their currently released resources, so curious to see how that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
End up with lots of...
Every tile will get one, so there'll be a general, like maybe 2 or 3, the sand or the...
Just going to interrupt. The Muse City Games is taking off. I just want to say goodnight. Thanks for hopping in, bud. We'll talk to you later.
See you. Yeah, I chatted with him yesterday about stuff.
Ugh. So, what are your thoughts on layers versus tiers? They're the same thing or different?
Layers, as far when
Because they've got the layer 2 buildings are the petrol processor and the gold polymerizer, which means you also have to upgrade your research lab to a layer 2. So, I mean, it sounds like it's a tiered system. So layers and tiers, but you should be, because you can upgrade your research lab. So I mean, that's technically a tier as well. So layer, I don't think there's a difference. But do you think that there would potentially be? I'm thinking, because you've got this branch, you're not going to be able to, like, it looks like you can upgrade your petrifier, but now are you upgrading to another layer in the branch, or are you upgrading this layer 1 petrifier into a layer 2 petrifier, or are you just going to leave it in as layer 1 tier 2?
Yeah, I don't know. As far as the layers, obviously, I think the first ones, the water processor, lignator, those are layer 1, and then as far as once you're actually producing resources, those may be. You have to have something obviously produced before you can turn stuff into a layer 2. Like the larger buildings are going to be layer 2, but I think that's going to be a while before you would.
Yeah, we should be getting all layer 1s, and we've only got half of those. And we don't even have the resources for the half that we have. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these buildings that we're seeing in the vlogs, I think, is months and months and months away from. We don't even have the resources yet. So
yeah, I'm thinking next year.
Picture into a picture of what to expect, but gotta have the resources out first.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, and it's out of sequence. I mean, once they give us all 8 of these layer 1 properties, I'm expecting that they'll be released shortly after. Or they might even release them even without telling us anything about the rest. That's a possibility too. It's like, we told you kind of how they work, and now you can figure out the rest. So, right? I can see them doing that.
That's how I see it.
And then they
but
don't have to make.
I do think, other than maybe we hear something about what he's going to Europe about, some meetings and stuff there, but he made it sound like not to expect anything
for a while.
Significant for a while. So yeah, it could be quiet times.
Yeah. Yeah, next release will probably be a bigger video, and then the Essence, and then we probably won't even, I don't even know if we're going to get drone this year. I feel like that's still going to be either end of this year or sometime next year. So I mean, this year might just kind of be a big year, but a slow year for these kind of releases.
The rest of it is basically the resource validation, which I expect soon, and then other than that, it's going to be quiet until we get details about Essence.
Yeah, all resources. Yeah, all 8 resources are going to have to be released. We're going to have to validate on those.
The funny thing is, we expected resources like a year ago.
I know.
I remember we're like, okay, resources are going to come. We're going to start collect them. That was a year ago.
Yeah, we all built hollow buildings because they said that we could get backdated. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even think we're getting backdated resources until we have them saying that the resource is available on that land. So, and even then it might not
whatever
be.
You have, I did hundreds and hundreds of hollow buildings last September, and I've never been concerned that they're going to follow through and give us the backdated resources. They just, I'm asked Shane in chat and everything about the size. What are we storing? If on the day that we can see hollow buildings, is my 1,000 meter cubed hollow buildings going to have 10 resources, or is it going to how's the scaling about how we're storing it moving along? And that's never been answered, which it would be nice to get some answers on that.
Agreed. And I mean, at the end of the day, they don't know what resources are going to be stored in your hollow buildings until they release them. And now that we know the coal and oil and gold and all that. Like now that we know and it says, I feel like this is when that it's going to be backdated too. When it actually says what it is, that resource will start to be backdated.
Depending on the resource, I think it was in the draft that they're stored in different ways. Like sand,
for volume,
it's not going to be stored in the same way as water, for instance. So.
Yeah. Yeah, where was that?
That's one of my biggest regrets, but I don't know.
Actually, that was in the draft, wasn't it?
Nah, I haven't really broken the hollow buildings.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I kind of wish I did, but
it was not
a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in the draft about as how the different things are stored. Like water is in cubic meters, and like the other.
Oh yeah, that was the mechanics of the Weaver, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Mechanic. Water and wood, and that may be why the delay with.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It's dependent on the.
Yeah. Resource. Yeah, Weavers of a certain tier will use essence, blah blah blah. Let's say in tier 1 that the amount is 100 storage units. Yeah, the occurrence. So there's an occurrence of raw material. So yeah, you're gonna, depending on what sort of resources you unlock on that property, it's gonna change the amount of everything that you can store or produce, I guess, as well. Yeah, so I mean, there's gonna be things that are always changing. Like you're not really gonna be able to have something totally consistent unless you don't change anything.
Maybe in the past couple of months, I have added some space to some of the larger ones just in case. I don't want to be missing out on stuff that I've had built since last September. Like
I didn't have a lot of money, so I actually deleted a whack of my hollow buildings, pretty much all of them other than what is currently on a resource, and I built up everything to have a minimum of 1,000 cubic meters on the ones that have known resources, and then I got some storage left. So I took a chance and just deleted a whole bunch of hollow buildings. We'll see if that was a good move or not.
On ones with known resources.
Yeah. So I built everything up. So
yeah.
So now it's more focused, but we'll see. I'll be missing out if everybody gets resources on their hollow buildings that were just there forever.
I'm hoping that's the case. There's quite a few of us that have for a long time.
Big time, but it's okay. I feel like I got it in other ways.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think all of us here that have been here a while all have different strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of jewels. Like I have a lot. I'm just hoping they go up, and I'm kind of focusing on jewel.
Yeah, what is it, like 10 cents now? Even 9 cents? I think I saw somewhere where people were getting 9-cent jewels yesterday.
I mean, I have over 10. I think I would have like 15,000 or something.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, like I just have a lot of jewels. So, if, the jewel market rises, and they're saying that jewel are going to be in a lot of things. So, you need a transport.
Yeah, Shane actually confirmed that multiple times in the last or next to last of his.
Also, somebody in Facebook mentioned that when upgrading starts, the jewel market will probably go up significantly because every upgrade increases your jewel spots, 5 to 10 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are upgrading. All the countries, especially the ones, new countries that didn't have. There's going to be 100,000, which means there's going to be millions and millions of slots.
Yep, people are going to need them if they want to maximize the resource. One thing I think is really potentially for people that have done the crafting, like Luminous, I could see that them really benefiting from those with gameplay. Like if you have a Luminous and you can slot it on a drone, it 10x's your travel time or your ability to in the PvP or stuff like that I think that would be a really cool benefit to
Yeah.
to other dual types to have them like a
think
boost
Luminous-
within gameplay.
Luminous are definitely going to have value, and I think I'm not just saying that because I have a lot, but I just think, especially the fact that they have a leaderboard, that
Yeah.
they're definitely going to find something to do to make, they want people to make more of them, because basically not many people are making them now because they feel like they don't have enough essence there. But if you feel like you do, and there's value in making them, more people are going to make them, spend more money, make whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, the dynamic of Earth 2 is going to change in all its different areas as things go along. So
Yeah.
but
I can't wait for Brilliant stuff too. I have 2 Brilliants.
Oh, nice.
So with how rare they are, I'm hoping they get some added utility.
totally.
It'll be interesting to see.
Not just selling
I
for
don't see
thousands of
myself
dollars.
selling. Yeah, I mean, they're worth that right now, and I hope that the value, their utility makes it worth it.
Yeah.
So like if we hold on to those champions, we can benefit from having, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some benefit to having, by putting a Brilliant in this device, you get, 10 essence a day extra, or something of that effect, where those Brilliants are actually,
I
if
think it's
not
possible. Specifically, one thing Shane said in one of the other vlogs was that he likes rare things in games that he's played previously. So those are some of the rarest things in the game. Why wouldn't they be given some added utility? Because I think there's probably, 300 to 400 out of the millions and millions of total jewels. So
Yeah,
if you're lucky enough to have see what they can do.
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, was there anything kind of in particular anybody wants to talk about at this point? Otherwise I might.
Oh yeah, we've been here for over 2 hours. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we can keep going. I'm just going to need to take a small break while those hydrates are kicking in.
No, I'm good. I think we talked a lot. I'd love to do this again.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a lot more to talk about, and yeah.
2 all day.
What's that?
I said I could talk about Earth 2 all day.
And you still need to get some sleep, don't you?
I don't even know what's going on right now. My sleep schedule, because I moved down to my art studio, and I was gonna stayed up till 5 or 6 and brought my daughter to sleep, and then all of a sudden it was like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't sleep yet. And I'm just totally messed up right now.
Yeah, a lot of those too, with all the time zones and everything. A lot of us have weird sleep schedules.
Totally, yeah.
It's 4 a.m. right now, so
Crazy. Yeah.
Go to sleep, wizard.
Yeah, you need to get some sleep.
Man, it's like daytime right now.
Yeah. Weird. All right. Well, I guess we'll just call it a wrap. And I mean, there's obviously still tons we can talk about, and I mean, the information's out there. But
I'm going to be putting together what I'm going to be working on probably today or later. Is I'm trying to put together a questionnaire.
Okay.
For megacities, all the owners knowing, like I'm going to try to build a database of all cities, and this is our links to things that people like. It's going to be my focus. I want to build like a pretty decent database of megacities.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll have like a Google Forms, and I'll give one to everyone that has a city or is involved in a city that wants to fill it out.
Okay, yeah, like drop it in the United Metaverse, get a lot of the guys out of the way there.
Talk to all the people, but that's my focus, to work on that.
Okay, look forward to that.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Building a database. So, yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Good to talk to you guys. Good luck with the Move DVD.
Yeah, thank you. It's gonna be fun. So. Well, we've almost got the house moved out to storage lockers right now, so yeah. And then it'll be the 2 months living with the in-laws until we get the new house, and then we'll be living with the in-laws for the rest of life, I guess, for the most part. So we'll see how well we get along.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys popping on and joining me here. And it was a great discussion. And thanks to all the viewers, subscriptions, and everything. Definitely all the hydrates.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Peace out. Take care.
Later.
Bye.